Hello, hope everyone is doing well. As usual, I hope you're wealthy and wise. Now, I want to talk about the energy regions of the body. Just like the Trinity, the power of the Trinity of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, there's also the power of the Trinity of the body, of the upper region of the body, the middle region of the body, and the lower region of the body. And these regions of the body has got energy points that when fully taken care of and utilized appropriately, you can never ever be sick. As a matter of fact, no point of your body would experience any kind of pain. You wouldn't experience any strain, no muscular pain, no joint pain, no headache, no migraine, no cold, no muscle, not even any part of your skin, would be painful. I remember some time ago, I started feeling pain in a particular part of my body. I can't remember what part, but it was a very mild pain. And I was with a friend of mine. And I told him it was strange that I was feeling pain in that part of my body or whatsoever part of my body. And he was taken aback. I remember he kept making fun. And not really fun, in a positive way. Like, he kept wondering how a person could come to that level of finding it strange of experiencing any pain in the body. Now, remember I told you how my wife suffered from various ailments, various, what is it called? Various side effects after going for a vaccination. Well, after that video, which I told you about it, she actually developed a very serious ailment, and I remember her body temperature was very hot at night. She touched my back because I don't sleep with clothes, so she touched my back and I felt as though it was a hot rod that was placed on my back. I jumped up from the bed immediately and attended to her, and then I decided to take her to the hospital. There are so many naturopathic doctors who don't like going to the hospital for whatsoever reason. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what the health condition is. You would never see them within the four walls of a hospital. But I'm not like that. I believe that doctors have their place, especially when it comes to diagnosis of some ailments that I might not understand. So I want to understand what it is. Then the knowledge would, allow me to treat it. So I took her to the hospital because I know the importance of the placebo effect. The placebo effect has to do with a condition where a group of sick persons are divided into maybe two groups, and then one group is given a drug, a particular drug that cures that ailment, and another group is given any edible product, let's say pellets of cassava or pellets of dried yam, and they make it look like that drug as well, but it doesn't have the property of that drug. It's just a piece of food. And scientists have carried out their studies and discovered that both groups showed an improvement in their health condition. In fact, the group that took the placebo tablet or drug actually improved even much more than the group that took the so-called drug meant for that. So I like taking my patients to the hospital at times to go verify what is wrong. So I took her to the hospital, and the doctor said nothing was wrong with her. And guess what? She could hardly walk to the hospital. But as soon as she heard that there's nothing wrong with you, after she was cross-examined, she walked out of the hospital in a better way than she came to it. And that is because of one of the regions of the body, one of the regions, the energy regions of the body, which is the upper region of the body, was taken care of. And that was the beginning of her healing. And the doctor actually said that she needed 3 days of bed rest because she's pregnant. And I knew that if I wasn't there, then one of the energy points of the body was going to suffer. Because when we rest, if you're very observant, you would notice that whenever you decide to have a break from work and stay at home, or if your kind of work is one, let's say you're into forex or any forex or any online business, and you have to be at home, you would discover that whenever you have that break, you have that lone moment or work free moment at home, you seem to undergo some kind of physical uncomfortability. You come up with pains or you migraine or feel some kind of abnormal. Now it is because you were lying with, remember I told you about the Fengu point of your body, of the back, at the back of your neck, right? This spot here, just where the hair ends. Remember I told you about it. Now that point is not supposed to undergo any kind of pressure. As a matter of fact, it is supposed to undergo a very mild, very, very mild pressure. It's a very, very sensitive point. Actually, the energy points in the body have got lines. They've got lines, and in Chinese medicine, it is believed that that spot is the junction where every energy path, of the body passes through. Right, the junction where every energy path in the body meet, and so that's a very delicate part of the body. When manhandled, you could just be sick or feel some kind of uncomfortability, whether physically, psychologically, or emotionally. So when you lie, even when you're relaxing, maybe you're just relaxing, to watch the TV. Let's say you're relaxing to watch the TV on maybe on your bed. Make sure that the pillow is not touching that part, that spot of the neck. Okay, and if you're lying down, the pillow is one sleeping device that has sent many people to their early graves. So it's not good to lie with a pillow. Now, if you observe the way God made us, the back of your head is a kind of protruded. Okay, it is called Kea in Hausa. Okay, it's kind of protruded backwards like this. So this is your head. So it's a kind of protruded backwards like this. Okay, so this is your head. There's a protrusion here, and let's say this is the neck. Now this spot of the neck is where the fengu is. This is where your hair ends. So the fengu is at this point. Your end's supposed to sleep with a pillow, and don't forget I said the back of your head, which is right here, is this protrusion here. And so when you lie down, God made it in such a way that when you lie down, the surface on which you're lying on is like this. So this back of your neck is free from making contact with the bed or whatever surface it is you're lying down on, because pressure on this spot can affect or will actually affect your immune system and result to a devastating health condition. So the first thing I told my wife was to make sure that while she stayed at home for these 3 days, that that part of her neck does not come in contact with anything, not a pillow. She shouldn't rest on it, because if she did, then she would end up not really resting after these 3 days. She would actually feel worse, and that was exactly what happened. She felt better, and now she's back to work. She's hale and healthy. Under the pivot of these energy regions of the upper region of the body is the mind. Now I don't know whether the mind is here or here. I don't really know, but the mind controls it. So the way you think in your mind has a long way on your health as well. So a positive mental attitude is very, very good. Now the other region, which is the mid region, has its pivot around the lower abdomen, around that part where you have the bladder. Now you can enhance or strengthen that part of the body through Kegel exercise or meditation, that's through yoga, or even through sexual activity. But I don't really want to go into details about the sexual activity thing, because I don't know if I'm talking to married people. I don't want to be a foreigner for fornicators. You know what I mean? But if you're married and you can contact me, send me a message, then maybe we can exchange WhatsApp numbers, and then I'll tell you more about that. But for men, practicing what is called semen retention can actually go a long way to help and protect that part of the body. So don't forget that of the upper region has to do with the mind. Always keep a positive mental attitude, otherwise it will affect the energy pattern, the energy flow in your body. Then this middle region has to do with your lower abdomen, and you need to guide that part. Now the lower part, which is from your waist down, down to the soles of your feet, has its pivot, around the sole of your feet. Remember, I told you, it's not just the sole of the whole of your feet. Okay, so the whole of your feet has got a concentration, the most concentration of the energy points in the body. And when we wear shoes, we kind of obstruct that energy flow, especially when the shoe is tight, or even when the shoe barricades us from having direct contact with the earth. So to strengthen or keep that part of the energy functional, we need to have direct contact with the earth's surface. Well, let me give you a practical example about energy. If you rub the palm of your hand the way I'm rubbing it, you feel some heat. Okay, you feel some heat. Now stop and then try to bring your palm together, but don't force it. Do it, mildly and gently. You begin to feel a force that is pulling your hand apart. Okay, you begin to feel it. It's almost stopping you from getting there, pulling you. I can feel the energy. Now, this is an energy. I can't see it, but it is there. And it's just like electric energy or electromagnetic energy, or any of the energies out there. You can, or even gravitational energy. It's there, but you can see it. That's how the energy in the body is. And that is the foundation of your health. It is where everything begins and ends. So if you can take care of that energy sphere of your body, then you have automatically taken care of your body. I tell you. And so when my wife met this doctor, she told this doctor, my husband is a naturopathic doctor. But I'm not a man that likes titles. I prefer getting results. Okay, I prefer getting results than giving myself some kind of doctor. Or even when I did politics, I didn't like being referred to as honorable or distinguished. It's the people that are distinguished or honorable, not the politicians. Okay, so if the people have suffered so many economic, social, and security injustice, I think they must be honorable or distinguished to have been able to survive it. And so I'm not a man that is moved by titles. But so she told the doctor, and the doctor was, oh wow, seriously, please come and sit down, please come and stand up, let your husband sit down. And the doctor was like, so you naturopaths said we shouldn't take carbohydrate. What do you want us to take? It was such a funny encounter. And then she said she eats rice every day, and so do her children and all that. So I told her, no, we're not saying that you shouldn't eat carbohydrate. We're just saying that the content of the carbohydrate you eat should be less than other classes of food like protein, minerals, and what have you. But of course, I require a particular calorie of carbohydrate on a daily basis. And then she talked about bread, how she stopped her children from eating white bread. I said that was very, very good, absolutely good. But there's a natural bread that is in the market, okay, here in Abuja. And the next video, I'm going to be telling you how to access this bread, even from wherever you might be in Nigeria. You can order for this bread, and you will get it. It is natural. They have banana bread, almond bread. These breads are made from whole grain products, and they are very safe for consumption.